The Eastern Mediterranean in 48 BC was a cauldron of ambition, intrigue, and power. The region was a melting pot of cultures, each vying for dominance and influence over the others. The stakes were high, and the players were some of the most formidable figures in history. It was a time when the Roman Republic, under the leadership of Julius Caesar, clashed with the ancient kingdom of Egypt, ruled by the young Pharaoh Ptolemy XIII. The tension between these two great powers was palpable, and the outcome of their conflict would shape the future of the Mediterranean world. This conflict, known as Caesar's Egyptian War or the Alexandrian War, was more than a struggle for territorial control. It was a battle of ideologies, a confrontation between the old world and the new, where ancient traditions met the relentless march of Roman ambition. It was a clash of civilizations, personalities, and ambitions that would have a profound impact on the course of history. The war was not just about land or power, it was about the very identity of the Mediterranean world and the future it would embrace. This conflict marked a turning point in Roman expansion, extending its influence directly into the heart of the ancient world. The Roman legions, with their discipline and strategy, were a formidable force that reshaped the political landscape of the region. For Egypt, it signaled the beginning of the end of its independence, as it was gradually drawn into the orbit of Roman power. The ancient kingdom, with its rich history and culture, found itself at the mercy of a new and relentless conqueror. The war also played a crucial role in shaping the destinies of key figures like Julius Caesar and Cleopatra, whose names would forever be linked with this epic struggle. Their alliance and subsequent romance would become the stuff of legend, influencing the politics and culture of the ancient world for generations to come. Caesar arrived in Egypt pursuing his rival Pompey the Great, a Roman general who had once been his ally but had become his enemy in the Roman Civil War. The Civil War had torn the Roman Republic apart, pitting friends and allies against each other in a brutal struggle for power and control. Caesar's arrival in Egypt was not just a pursuit. It was a strategic move in a larger game of political chess. Pompey, hoping for refuge and support, sailed to Egypt only to be treacherously murdered by Ptolemy XIII's advisors. These advisors believed that by eliminating Pompey, they would gain favor with Caesar and secure their own positions of power within the Egyptian court. They believed this act would please Caesar and solidify their relationship with the burgeoning Roman power. However, their calculations were gravely mistaken, as they underestimated Caesar's sense of honor and loyalty to his former ally. Caesar, however, was enraged by the assassination of Pompey, a man he respected despite their differences. He saw Pompey's murder not only as a personal affront, but also as a dishonorable act that violated the principles of Roman honor and justice. He saw it as a violation of Roman honor and a dangerous precedent. Such an act could not go unpunished, as it threatened the very fabric of Roman values and the stability of the Republic. Furthermore, Egypt was in the midst of a power struggle between Ptolemy XIII and his sister Cleopatra. This sibling rivalry had plunged the nation into chaos, creating an opportunity for external powers to intervene. Caesar, seeing an opportunity to intervene in Egyptian affairs and assert Roman dominance, decided to stay in Alexandria, much to the dismay of the Egyptians. His presence in the city was a clear signal of Rome's intentions to influence the outcome of the Egyptian power struggle and expand its own influence in the region. The Alexandrian War began with skirmishes and quickly escalated into a full-blown conflict. Caesar, with his limited Roman forces, found himself besieged in Alexandria, a city known for its impressive defences and strategic importance. Ptolemy XIII, influenced by his advisors, believed that he could defeat Caesar and maintain Egyptian independence. The war was characterized by fierce street fighting, naval battles in the harbour, and attempts to break the siege. Caesar's forces, though outnumbered, were highly disciplined and well-trained, giving them an advantage in open combat. The Egyptians, on the other hand, had the advantage of fighting on their home ground and were able to draw on their knowledge of the city's layout and defences. The siege of Alexandria was a tense and protracted affair. lasting several months and testing the endurance of both the Roman and Egyptian forces. Caesar's forces, though superior in open combat, were outnumbered and running low on supplies. The harsh conditions and the constant threat of attack made every day a struggle for survival. The Egyptians, for their part, found it difficult to dislodge the Romans from their positions within the city. The urban combat was brutal, with both sides suffering heavy casualties. Both sides resorted to innovative tactics and strategies. The Romans used siege towers and battering rams, while the Egyptians employed clever defensive measures and counterattacks. Caesar, realizing the importance of the harbour, ordered his men to capture the island of Pharaoh, home to the famous lighthouse, to gain control of the harbour entrance. This move was crucial for maintaining supply lines and ensuring naval dominance. This strategic move allowed him to receive reinforcements and supplies by sea, significantly boosting the morale and fighting capacity of his troops. The arrival of fresh troops and resources revitalized the weary Roman soldiers. The Egyptians, however, were not easily defeated. They fought with determination and resilience, using every available resource to defend their city. They used fireships to try to burn the Roman fleet and launched surprise attacks on Caesar's positions. These night raids were particularly effective, causing chaos and confusion among the Roman ranks. The conflict took a dramatic turn with the arrival of Cleopatra. Having been sidelined by her brother and his advisors, Cleopatra saw an opportunity in Caesar to regain her power. She famously had herself smuggled into Caesar's presence, reportedly rolled up in a carpet. Cleopatra was a shrewd and ambitious ruler, and she knew that aligning herself with Caesar was her best chance to secure her position. She offered Caesar her support, promising him ships, men, and resources. Caesar, recognizing her political acumen and the strategic advantage of an alliance with her, accepted her offer. This alliance marked a turning point in the war, shifting the balance of power in Caesar's favor. The alliance between Caesar and Cleopatra led to a series of decisive victories against Ptolemy XIII. The most significant of these was the Battle of the Nile, a naval engagement that took place on the Nile River. Caesar's forces, reinforced by Cleopatra's ships, routed Ptolemy's fleet. Ptolemy XIII, attempting to flee the battle, drowned in the Nile when his boat capsized. His death marked the end of the organized resistance against Caesar in Egypt. Caesar, now the undisputed master of Alexandria, installed Cleopatra as the ruler of Egypt, though she co-ruled with her younger brother, Ptolemy XIV, under Caesar's watchful eye. The Alexandrian War had a profound impact on both Rome and Egypt. For Rome, it marked a significant expansion of its influence in the eastern Mediterranean. It also solidified Caesar's position as the most powerful man in the Roman world, further fueling his political ambitions. For Egypt, the war signaled the beginning of the end of its independence. While Cleopatra remained in power, she ruled under the watchful eye of Rome. The war also marked the beginning of the Romanization of Egypt, a process that would continue under Caesar's successors. The Alexandrian War involved several key figures who played pivotal roles in shaping the course of the conflict. Julius Caesar, the mastermind behind the Roman victory, emerged from the war with his reputation as a brilliant general further enhanced. Cleopatra, the cunning and ambitious Queen of Egypt, secured her throne by aligning herself with Caesar. Other notable figures include Ptolemy XIII, the young pharaoh who miscalculated his chances against Caesar, and Arsinoe IV, Cleopatra's younger sister, who also became involved in the power struggle. The complex relationships and motivations of these individuals add another layer of intrigue to this historical drama. The Alexandrian War was a clash of civilizations, a struggle for power, and a testament to the ambition and ruthlessness of some of history's most iconic figures. It marked a turning point in the history of both Rome and Egypt, paving the way for the rise of the Roman Empire and the eventual assimilation of Egypt into its vast dominion. The echoes of this epic conflict continue to resonate through time, reminding us of the enduring power of ambition, the complexities of international relations, and the ever-shifting sands of power.